Earlier today, I made a video about James Harden getting traded to the Brooklyn Nets, teaming up with Kyrie Irving and KD. Yes, that happened. It wasn't a fake video. It was real. It was so real that I'm still in shock. Isn't that crazy? Kyrie Irving, Kevin Durant, James Harden. I mean, yeah, Brooklyn lost some good players in the process, but sometimes you have to give up a lot to get a lot. When it comes to the NBA, it truly feels like the more stars, the better. It feels like star power is irreplaceable, and everybody knows it. Yeah, we knew James Harden was going to get traded, but did we know it was going to happen this fast? I can't say we did. The James Harden trade was a trade that shocked the entire league. So much so that it gave us some pretty fun reactions. Not only do we have to talk about James Harden getting traded to the Brooklyn Nets in this video, but we have to talk about NBA players and their reactions to the trade. Some of the reactions might shock you, while some of the others might be exactly what you would expect. Before we go any further, be sure to subscribe and turn on notifications. You will not want to miss another Get Like Hoop video, and that's facts. If you guys enjoy my content, the chances are you'll enjoy my streams. The link to my stream is going to be in the description below. In that same description, you'll find the link to my NFL channel and my Twitter. For everybody that wants to end up in my content, following me on Twitter is a great way to do just that. So I went to Twitter to find out exactly how you guys felt about the trade, what your thoughts and reactions were, and ultimately, who you guys felt came out as winners. I feel like this happens all of the time. We feel like one team, one side wins a trade right when the trade goes down. Then a few years later, sometimes even months later, sometimes even days. What I'm trying to say is, sometimes it takes time for the true winners of a trade to be crowned. And hey, sometimes there's that rare occurrence where everybody wins, or everybody loses. Freeze T43 from Twitter felt like this trade was almost as bad as the Paul George trade. He feels like Brooklyn got fleeced and gave up too much. Hey man, Brooklyn's been a part of a trade that it's grown to regret before. Is this James Harden trade going to be one of them? I don't know. But if Brooklyn has chemistry issues and they end up being too much to overcome, I'm just going to say Houston got a lot of picks. Logan Burns 8888 from Twitter feels like the Cavs got a big W, the Pacers got a big dub in LeVert, and he doesn't like the Nets gave up 7 first, but he feels like H-Town could have gotten more. And I'm not sure he's wrong. I think Jared Allen is going to be a star. You can quote me on that. And y'all like data, right? LeVert's first 3 games without Kyrie, he put up 31 points per game, 5 boards per game, 9 assists per game, and he shot 47% from the field, and he's still been cooking. Star potential, not even the word. LeVert is legit good, and the Brooklyn Nets, they wanted to bring him off the bench. If you guys want my opinion, I think there were a lot of different winners in this trade, and I truly do feel like some of the winners that occurred from this trade weren't involved in the trade at all. I heard Ben Simmons to Houston so often, I was starting to get tired of it. I know there's some Philly fans that really like Harden. I like Harden's game a lot myself. We all know where I stand. But am I going to give up Ben Simmons and Tyrese Maxey, who just put up 35 plus points, for a 31-year-old ball-dominant scorer? No shot. Everybody talks about how good Harden and Embiid would have fit together. But is Embiid going to want to play that PJ Tucker role where he spots up in the corner? Let me chill. While I am joking, I just don't feel like they would have been as good of a fit as everybody advertised. The 76ers have been good this season. They've just been hit with some nonsense. This is a team with a future and a now. Why mess it up? The first reaction to the James Harden trade that I want to talk about is Ben Simmons. Simmons was ecstatic to not be traded from the Sixers to the Rockets for James Harden. Simmons believes this Philadelphia team is capable of bringing a title to Philly. Doc Rivers, also a huge fan of Simmons. He believes the best is yet to come for the 2-time NBA All-Star. Damian Lillard also reacted to the trade. He said he thinks Karis LeVert is going to take off. Man, that's facts. Andre Drummond posted this funny gif. Grant Williams asked if it was over yet. CJ McCollum said, right before my nap, huh? Most entertaining sport in the business. Jalen Brunson said, whoa. Larry Nance Jr. dropped the sheesh. Jordan McRae said the same thing. Donovan Mitchell was surprised. Royce O'Neal said, my dog TP just went to Cleveland. Hope he get off and go hoop. Yusuf Nurkic said it's about to go down, and I could not agree with him anymore. The NBA playoffs just got 5, 20, or 30 times more exciting. Paul Pierce said that escalated quickly. Bradley Beal just dropped a wow. Remember how earlier in the video I named a big winner of the trade and that winner wasn't involved in the trade? Well, let's go ahead and talk big losers. I'm not going to sit here and lie. I truly do feel the Brooklyn Nets depth took a major shot. Is it a big enough shot for me to call this team with 3 All-Stars a loser? No chance. But check this out. If this team really does end up clicking on the highest of levels, then I'm going to go ahead and say right now, the Eastern Conference is going to be in a world of trouble. In the Eastern Conference, who's stopping the Brooklyn Nets? And is this enough for you guys to call the Brooklyn Nets a super team? I just want to know. I'm just trying to figure out what a super team really is, because I feel like the definition changes depending on who you ask. And more importantly, if this team were to come out of the Eastern Conference, can they possibly stop the Los Angeles Lakers or whoever comes out of the West? I'm not sure who this team puts on Anthony Davis. If this were like 6 years ago, I'd say DeAndre Jordan, but as of right now, I'm not sure he's fast enough. KD, I'm not sure he's strong enough, but KD is a great defender when he's defending at his best. KD can absolutely lock you down, and he has traits that you can't teach. Now, I think I would have to look more into this topic, but my early vote is going to Nick Claxton. And if you don't know who Nick Claxton is, you're going to find out in due time. I'm all in on Jared Allen, but with Nick Claxton doing things like this when he's on the floor, he's going to make that loss of losing Jared Allen a lot less painful. Here's KD's reaction to the news.
I heard that's not even finalized yet, so I'll talk about it another time.
Random, but did you guys see Kyrie Irving is furious with the Nets organization for not giving him more input on the hiring of Steve Nash? Also, his relationship with KD has become very distant. Guys, in the comments, is this cap? Because I'm not sure this is true. KD says he supports Kyrie. They all do. But is this something we should monitor? Clicking the video on the screen right now is a great way to support my channel. I'm Get Like Coop, bringing you guys the scoop until our next upload.